and other companies. That is why we had to look for new companies and new suppliers. Some deliveries were delayed for a year and even a year and a half. In the prevailing circumstances, the company's management has carried out an optimization to keep the team and retain its most valuable staff. Unitsky String Technologies Inc. did not only make money from the string technology before, it has also continued to do so under the conditions of the pandemic. The manufacturing company has a strong production facility, so Unitsky String Technologies Inc. acts as a contractor for external companies from various countries. This helps to finance the technology, support the team, pay salaries, and so on. As an example of the products that Unitsky String Technologies Inc. manufactures on the site, we can say about an order for an electric car that was designed by a large Russian car manufacturer, but they could not produce it. That quite an expensive order was placed with Unitsky String Technologies Inc. The customers were amazed at the high quality of workmanship. This electric car was presented to Russian President Vladimir Putin. The company also has a fairly large design department, and its specialists design buildings and structures at customers' orders. Thanks to outside orders, the financing of the team at the String Technologies Inc. does not depend on investments. The team earns its own money. According to Anatoly Eduardovich Unitsky, orders are numerous, worth millions of dollars. We have survived in this madness. And what's more, we are developing, improving, and growing, said Unitsky. All this is being done in order to achieve the main objective, to bring the technology to the global transport market. For 6 years in a row already, the company developer annually publishes the results of its own economic activity on its official resources. Last year was no exception, as can be seen in the publicly available documentation. According to the auditor's opinion, the attached financial statements of String Technologies Inc. fairly present in all material respects the financial position of the company, as well as the financial results of its operations, and changes in its financial position for the year, in accordance with the legislation of the Republic of Belarus. An important development was the news from the Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, BCCI, that Unitsky String Technologies Inc. has been included in the Register of Business Entities. Membership in the Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry is evidence of the company's reliability and stability, which is a strong recommendation in business circles in Belarus and around the world, thus increasing the company's opportunities. Unitsky String Technologies Inc. also announced the completion of its rebranding, launched in 2020, the main reasons for which were a new stage in the development of the string technologies and the company's entry into the world market, as well as a return to its terminological and technological origins. The new company brand in English is Unitsky String Technologies Inc. Skyway Technologies Co. until 2020. It combines both the original name of the technology and the last name of its author. Incidentally, it was all stipulated in the charter of Skyway Technologies Co. when the company was founded back in 2015. Modern trade relations involve the obligatory promotion of goods and innovative technologies. For this purpose, several dozen, sometimes hundreds of trade exhibitions are held each year in every country. It has become an integral part of doing business in today's environment. At the end of 2021, the string transport was presented at Expo 2020 in Dubai, followed by a number of high-level government and business representatives from different countries visiting the Skyway Innovation Center in Sharjah. These include delegations from the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, the Dominican Republic, and the Republic of Haiti, Nigeria, El Salvador, Colombia, the Czech Republic, Vietnam, Russia, Brazil, Switzerland, Rwanda, and other countries. It is possible that during some of these visits, commercial projects have been agreed upon which the public will find out about later. New Delhi hosted the major international technology exhibition Smart Cities India Expo 2022. Unitsky String Technologies Inc. participated in this large-scale event, presenting an unmanned and environmentally friendly string transport that is most relevant to today's requirements. Companies from India, China, Singapore, USA, Brazil, France, Sweden, Germany, and many other countries also exhibited at the exhibition. Major trade exhibitions attract almost all major customers and manufacturers, and this offers great opportunities for exhibitors. Another important event took place in Marina Gorka, where the 4th International Scientific and Technical Conference Rocket-Free Industrialization of the Near-Earth Space Problems, Ideas, Projects was held, which gathers scientists and researchers from engineering, environmental, biological, social, economic, and political fields, whose developments contribute to the active development of outer space. The event was organized by companies Astro Engineering Technologies and Unitsky String Technologies Inc. The scientific partner was the Belarusian State University of Transport. The conference was attended by delegates from Belarus, Ukraine, Russia, Great Britain, Germany, Canada, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and other countries. At this conference, there took place a premiere of the film Video Message of Anatoly Unitsky to the leaders and peoples of independent nations. Scientists are sounding the alarm. In the near future, the limits of population growth and biosphere carrying capacity will be reached on the planet Earth. As an alternative to the coming collapse of human civilization, some suggest exploring Mars, while others suggest reducing the world population to a golden billion. However, Belarusian engineer and inventor Anatoly Unitsky proposes an alternative solution to carry out rocket-free industrialization of near space by the middle of the 21st century and to move there all ecologically dangerous parts of the Earth's industry. The film is stunning and leaves a lasting impression on all who watch it. The company developer of the string technologies is keeping investors informed about the active development of the Middle East branch, which is at the forefront of commercialization of the project. Last autumn, the developer of the string technologies was able to rejoice everyone with the long-awaited news. The reputable international certification body TÜV-SW Standardization Certification issued a certificate of conformity, confirming the safety of innovative infrastructure solutions for the string transport. As part of the certification of the first test track, this organization recently completed a comprehensive safety certification of all components of the string transport and infrastructure, not just the rolling stock, but also all structural elements, such as the track structure, stations, and supports. In doing so, the two anchor supports simultaneously comprise a service station and a passenger station. The fact that the technology certified as a complex has been cited by Unitsky as one of the major achievements of 2021. More recently, the construction work on the freight and passenger station and the freight and passenger terminal has been completed, which means that the longest and most time-consuming construction phase of the fourth test track at the String Transport Testing and Certification Center in Sharjah has been completed. Construction work continued for several months, during which time over 2,000 cubic meters of heavy concrete were poured into both stations, and over 300 tons of high-strength steel reinforcement were installed. The freight and passenger station and the freight and passenger terminal are structurally important elements of the string transport and infrastructure complex, combined with the 2.4 kilometers anchor supports of the freight and passenger track for the suspended rolling stock. They are designed and built to support passenger and freight transport. Unitsky String Technologies Inc. offers the transport market an already tested complete product ready for daily operation in tropical conditions, comprising of a string rail flyover, passenger stations, dispatch room, power supply, communication and automated control systems, passenger and freight trains in tropical design. Blockchain technology is being actively implemented to link control, ticketing, traffic, monitoring, and safety systems of the string transport. In his New Year's interview, Anatoly Yunitsky said that 4 contracts had been signed. There is a confidentiality agreement with the customers that they would like to announce these projects themselves, so no specific countries have been announced yet. All we know is that they will be placed in Asia, Arab countries, and the Eurasian continent. The projects are there and are already being paid for. Work is now going on business plans and pre-project studies. The contracts will be announced when the company reaches the design stage. The developer of the string technologies is constantly working to improve its transport and infrastructure complexes. Tests are carried out regularly. The company's experts are working on improvements and are now working on the 5th generation to enter the market with it. Better, faster, higher quality, cheaper is the developer's main goal. The Unitsky String Technologies group of companies include a number of companies, 3 of which are located in the United Arab Emirates. One of them is a marketing company, or to put it simply, a sales office. This company is new, although it has been in the management's plans for a long time. In the United Arab Emirates, the tax policy is very different. There, the value-added tax is only 5%. There is no payroll tax, no profit tax. If you take all orders for the company Unitsky String Technologies Inc., you have to pay high taxes on profits. In light of recent events, there have been problems with depositing money. To withdraw money and pay investors abroad is almost impossible here. The sales office in the Emirates faces no such problems, and from the point of view of investment attractiveness, it is very advantageous. The company's management is not just thinking about today, but calculating all options, preparing a solid foundation for business and investors for years to come. The development of the string transport company developer continues as planned. That was announced by Nadezhda Kosareva, CEO of Unitsky String Technologies Inc. Here is her quote. The project continues to develop. We have already purchased the necessary materials, which are enough to complete all the planned works in Belarus for this year. Any possible supply disruptions will not be a problem for us. In its turn, there are no supply problems in the United Arab Emirates either. All the agreements with our partners remain in force. As we can see, the project is continuing to develop despite everything. This is due to well-thought-out management, coordinated teamwork, and the support of investors. There are companies that have psychology of success, and regardless of the circumstances, pursue their goal and achieve it, no matter what. This is because they are run by people who have the psychology of success. They are confident and see themselves no matter how their lives turn out. Such a company is certainly the international engineering company Unitsky String Technologies Inc., headed by Anatoly Eduardovich Unitsky, who, regardless of any circumstances, goes forward with its main mission, build Skyway and save the planet.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening here in this meeting. Good evening together with our engineer, Anatoly Yunitsky. I'm so happy here to talk to you. My name Ambassador Kristiaan from Scar World Community in Africa. My dear friends, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we have a lot to join with each other because I have important things to share with you. And also, please be calm in this meeting and be serious, not start to talk, not start to go with your telephone to the toilet and go inside because it is recording. Everyone can see you, everyone can hear you. Scar World community to the world, and we go bring today together. I give today to the people who stay here in this meeting the opportunity to have a double voucher. This meaning on your investment that we go double your units, that we go double your investment. This is only for the people who stay here today, who have interest in this voucher. I talk to you later about the investment. I have a review of one. The first people who give me the answers that you wanted, then later in the evening. The only thing is you must stay all completed in the Zoom meeting today for have this voucher in your hands. Only you or stay here. I give it to you. Who have the opportunity. To the first people who say, yes, I want it, I go make more opportunity for portions in this company. We're coming later on this. So today we have amazing people. I have already seen that our big man from Port Harcourt, our big boss, our director from Skita, Mr. Ene Udoh is also here. I have already seen. Maybe when we have lucky, he won't say something today also. Just we see.
Ambassador Kristiaan van Wijnberg, you are welcome.
You see, he's here, my dear friend.
In the harbor of the country. I'm so excited and so elated to see you on the call.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Ene Udoh. I like your song. I like your glass. I want the same frame. Okay, good.
You're looking good, Pastor Ene Udoh.
Thank you very much. Life has been so good, and I think the secret of every time I'm so happy is that I would like to, if you mind, let me show you the secret of my happiness with this project. Mr. Ambassador, I would like to steal the 1 minute of your time right now.
Okay, sure.
To show this community why I'm so excited and so elated about this project. Please, can you make me a co-host? Yeah. I want to share something.
You already co-host.
All right, so I want to share something with us right now. If you want this information I'm going to give to you, you just call on me, and every time I wake up in the morning, even when other businesses I do, they are not giving me what I want. This is what I think. So what I do is this. I will simply come and watch this video. I'll be happy. Look at this here. Everything, the video you are watching, everything you are going to hear about this company all started here. The solemnity of the sound of this music makes me happy. I share the sound with you. Before you go through this message, just listen to this. You will be happy. I feel so happy every moment that I have a chance to listen to this. Everything. This was a picture that we used to market this project. And they call us every type of name. They say we're 419. Because everything that Uniski put on paper, They have never existed anywhere in the world. We are not Elon Musk. We are not building electric car where we change battery and make it work. It's a dream thought by the realm that's beyond man. Inspired by the man of high tenacity. A man that believes that there's God and there's nothing God cannot do. We use this picture to market the project. Everything that you are going to hear today, every picture you are going to see, everything you are going to see about this project, it all began here. This man was showing all this picture. It was like, what are you talking about? He said, I will do this. I will do this. I will do this. I will do this. And today, for those of you who are coming to Skyward Community today, you don't understand that you are coming when the soup has been prepared. You are hearing the aroma of the food about to be served. We passed through this road. We didn't know where we are going. But the man that led the journey had an inspiration. He was born. People you are seeing here were investors when nothing was on the ground. They had faith to invest in this project. This is the first greatest project in the world, sponsored for the people, by the people, with the people. It's the first wealth distribution all over the world, that nations and families who will live to see the future of this project will live to celebrate the grave of their forefathers. I'm so proud that my family is so happy about this. Every time I see that part of this project that emanated from nowhere, it was like a mirage, but we got it right. Today, we walk our shoulder tall. But guess what? No government in the world can lay claim to this project. No single bank in the world can lay claim of this project. We all makes it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey has been very tough. But gratitude down to you that today we are at the 15th stage of this project. But everything began from the skeleton of what you are seeing right now. I'm so happy. I'm so fulfilled. I'm so glad that when I was told about this, when there was nothing to see, nothing to touch, nothing to feel, but I believe because my instinct told me that this is real. When I look at the eyeball of Uniski, and he pointed to the step line, so glad that I'm part of this project. So once again, sit back, listen. Everything we are going to hear today is truth. If we can believe this land when there was nothing, how much more where we are now? So once again, thank you very much for being there. We are so happy to have you. Thank you very much.
Pastor Ene Udoh, my general, my engineering, man, everyone, everything what you are. I can tell you, I'm happy that you'll be here, that you have given a chance to talk to us. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. This is a very great start. Now, my dear friends, today we have a lot of speakers, also people who want to tell something, but now I go first to the next person, our man who is communication manager in Nigeria. We have two communication managers now in Nigeria, and one of them is our big friend, our big man, Jhon Bossy. Jhon Bossy and Mr. Bisson or Bisong Sunday. These are two people are now the communication managers on two different platforms. Mr. Jhon Bossy, my dear brother, my big friend, my thing, everything here on this great meeting. I give now the floor to you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. This has been a wonderful time hearing Pastor Ene Udoh talk about the beginnings of this technology. It was so nice to hear how we have started since 2014 and where we are currently. And I am here to tell you that if you are hearing about this project for the first time, you are not late, you are early, because the soup, as Pastor Ene Udoh said, is now being prepared for those who are willing to come on board. So I see some people already telling us where they're joining us from. I'm seeing that we have people here from Nigeria, we have people here from Italy, we have people from all over the world. And yes, this is a multinational, international project. So you are seeing or witnessing a project that has reached out to support us from over 220 countries of the world. And this project continues to attract supporters because this project is so massive, this project is so beautiful, this project is changing the face of transportation in the planet, and this project is something that will save the planet in the future. Without wasting much time, ladies and gentlemen, I will quickly share my screen, and I will first of all introduce you to my presentation, and then I will introduce myself, and then we will take it from there. So confirm to me right now if you can see my screen, because I'm currently sharing my screen.
It's see your screen.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm sharing a mobile device, and I'm not working with a laptop tonight. So I will be sharing my slides on my screen. And tonight I will be talking to us about the future of environmental friendly transport technology. The future of environmental friendly transport technology. Now, before we go on, I would like to ask a question, and I would like the participants of tonight's session to give feedback on this question. Now, how many of us know that how technology evolves? There are certain things we have today that we use today that are normal today. But if you think about 20 years ago, those things were not normal, they were not being used, they were even not being heard of. Now, how many of you are aware of this? If you are aware that there are such technology, just comment in the chat box and write yes. If you are aware that there are things we use today that are normal today, but 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we did not have such things. If you are aware, just type yes in the chat box. Awesome, awesome. So there are things we use. So please, can you mention some of the things that we use today? They are normal today, but 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, we did not know of them. They were not in existence. If you can just mention some of the ones that come to your mind very quickly. I will give you an example. Today, we use something like smartphone. We are communicating right now. We are using our mobile devices. We are chatting, or we are joining on amazing. Somebody just wrote Zoom in the chat box. Zoom is a social communication application. We are making use of Zoom for this video conferencing. Somebody said internet banking. Before we even talk about internet banking, we had internet, ChatGPT. Yes, this is an artificial intelligence, Facebook. These are things that our children, they know as normal, but before now, many people never even knew about such technology. Android smartphone, the list is endless. So we have many things. Today we use GPS navigation. GPS navigation systems we use allow for things like ride sharing. So now we have companies like Bolt, we have companies like Uber coming into the platform to make use of these technologies that have come on board. So because of the existence of the technology, it has created multiple opportunities. Are you with me? If you are still with me, type following in the chat box. Type following in the chat box. So ladies and gentlemen, we have technologies, and these technologies, they evolve. Now, I'm going to be telling you tonight that technology is always going to evolve, whether you know it or not. And if you look at the nature of the evolution of technology, you would see that it is a cyclical nature. But because of the fact that we have people joining us tonight, and many of you for the first time, you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm going to introduce myself with a very short 1-minute clip so that you would know the person who is having this session with you. And for the end of this session, I would like maybe that I also get feedback from those of you in the chat box. Just type your name and where you're joining us from. So, but for now, let me introduce myself to you officially in this very short video.
My name is Jhon Bossy. I'm a regional manager for Skyward Community Nigeria. I'm a social welfare officer with the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Issues in Edo State. I'm an alumnus of the Teach for Nigerian Fellowship. I am the founder of the Elite 21 initiative. And I'm a freelance network marketer with close on a decade of experience and 3 car awards to my credit. What I do is that I show interested individuals how to escape the rat race, how to earn passive income, how to become co-owners of multinational companies valued in several billions in dollars. I am dedicated to continuous self-improvement, and I am happy to work with you. Thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to be doing this tonight. I am happy to be sharing this opportunity with you tonight. And I am happy because I know that after this evening, many of us will be working together to build this technology and take it to the global market. Now, back to our presentation, ladies and gentlemen. Technology evolves in a cycle. That means that it starts from somewhere, it goes in a cycle, and it comes back to the original point, and then the process starts all over again. But there are certain things that drive this process of technological innovation. One of them is challenges. These challenges can be political challenges, social challenges, environmental challenges, you name it. Another factor that drives technological innovation is a demand. So there has to be a demand for something, and the demand for it will occasion the need to innovate technology that will meet that demand. Also, government policy can drive technological innovation. We can give examples of all of this, but for the sake of time, we are just going to move on. What you need to know is that whatever drives technological innovation, there is also one aspect, that's one aspect of the cycle. The second aspect is that after the technological innovation has come on board, there are certain things that the technological innovation itself will now occasion. There are certain things that the technological innovation will now drive. Are you with me? If you are with me, type following in the chat box. Now, when technology evolves, like when we had the GPS navigation system come on board, you saw that other technology came on board. We now had things like ride sharing. We had Google, we had Bolt. We had Uber, we had Bolt, we had Taxify, leveraging on the GPS navigation system, connecting drivers and passengers and creating ride sharing companies that run into several billion dollars in valuation. So you can see that whenever technology innovation occurs, it drives what? It drives changes. Some of those changes include economic growth. Another change is that there is a wealth redistribution. And this wealth redistribution normally happens like this. Those who embrace the technology first as the early adopters, they position themselves to take advantage of the benefit of that technology. I'm sure you will agree with me. If you agree with me, type agree in the chat box. And then technology will also occasion for societal change. Now, after you have seen all of these factors that technology drives, one other thing you need to know is that technology can also cause its own problems. So for example, when the technology has evolved, it can create new challenges, which will now occasion the demand for a new technology to solve that problem. Take, for example, when we had the Industrial Revolution and they were creating cars. They were creating cars that use diesel engine. Is that not correct? They were creating cars that use the steam engine, and it uses fossil fuel. It causes a lot of environmental pollution. So when we started having all of this technology evolution, it was creating new challenges, and these new challenges required new technologies to solve them. Now, with this came new opportunities, and human beings at that started to look at the fact that when they did the first technological innovation that led to the Industrial Revolution, that great big shift from the agrarian economy to the industrial economy, they observed that they created more industries, but at the same time, they caused more pollution. And they were now having challenges like global warming and climate change. So these were new challenges occasioned by the pollution caused by the Industrial Revolution. So they were now thinking of innovating technology that will be efficient and what? Sustainable. Please take note, the technological trend of today is focused on two major factors, efficiency and sustainability. So they are thinking, how can we do things faster and more efficiently? But they are also thinking, how can we create technology that will be sustainable? Technology that will not damage the environment. Please take note of this because it is very important. If you can see where the world is going and you follow in that trend, you will position yourself for profit. I'm sure you will agree with me. So technological trends started to move towards the nature of what? Efficiency and what? Sustainability. So you see people now doing more of what we call green technologies such as renewable energy, electric vehicle, sustainable agriculture. People build now with green building materials. That is materials that do not pollute the environment. They do a lot of recycling because they are looking at using sustainable renewable energy. And this has now been the technological trend. If you are still following, I want you to type following in the chat box. So I'm coming now to check the chat box. I want to see your feedback. I want to see those typing following in the chat box. Let me know that you are with me. Yes, Mr. Alhaji Bukar. Thank you very much for that feedback. I need to know that you are always following at every given step of the presentation. And while you're following, if you have any questions, I want you to note them down. At the end of the presentation, we'll be taking your questions. Now, with the technological trend moving towards the area of sustainability, green technologies, and so on, we were looking at doing technology that will protect the environment, technology that is environmental friendly, technology that will reduce carbon footprint, conserve resources, minimize pollution and waste. And this trend has been gaining momentum for years. We see governments, businesses, and even consumers prioritizing sustainable practices and prioritizing the adoption of sustainable technological solutions. If you look at the net worth of the founder of Tesla, that's the electric vehicle manufacturing company, Elon Musk, there was a time that his net worth, he was the richest man in the world. He overtook Jeff Bezos and became the one-time richest man in the world because the shares of the Tesla company appreciated so much because people adopt and use electric vehicles. They see it as a way of contributing to protecting the environment from global warming and climate change. So technological trend in the area of green energy is something that even individuals are now beginning to adopt on a massive scale. And the technology that we're about to tell you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a technology that is directly involved in the transport sector. In the what? Transport sector. And I'm going to tell you something about the transport market. Ladies and gentlemen, the transport market is not the market for smartphones. The transport market is not the market for wristwatches. We are not selling Rolexes. We are not selling vehicles like the Toyota, like the Honda. We are not selling we are not only involved in a small aspect of the transport market. I'm going to show you something really shocking. So think about a company like Apple Inc., for example. Apple Inc. is a company that manufactures the iPhone, manufactures the MacBook, and they sell to customers their products, which is the manufactured iPhone. And when they sell to a customer, they give the customer a guarantee. Who knows how many months guarantee that you get when you purchase an iPhone? If you know how many months guarantee you get, type it in the chat box. Let me see what the feedback is. How many months guarantee do you get when you buy an iPhone? Give me a feedback very quickly.
1 year.
1 year guarantee. Someone said 1 year. That is 12 months guarantee. Do we agree? If you agree, type agree in the chat box. Somebody said 6 months warranty. Give me figures. Somebody said 12 months. Right.
12
Okay. Let
months,
us
yeah.
just assume that we look at a range or an average of 1 year warranty. Let's say that you buy an iPhone and they give you 12 months warranty, which is a year. That means they are saying to you that this product is so good that you will not need to buy another iPhone in one entire year. This product will serve you for 1 year with no fault. If you don't damage this product on your own, this product will serve you for the length of time that we have guaranteed by telling you that purchasing this product for the next 12 months, you will not need to purchase another. Is that not correct? So if I buy a phone today and in the next 12 months, I will not need to buy another phone, that means I am only a customer for 1 year. That's to say, I buy today and the next time I may need to buy is a year later or even longer. If I probably want to use my phone for more than 1 year, I can continue using a phone for 5 years, except I am addicted to changing my phone to the latest model, that when they release a new model, I trade in my old model and buy a new one. Most phones you buy, you don't need to buy another for a long period of time. I'm sure you will agree. If you have to buy a phone within maybe 3 months or 2 months because the last phone you bought of that same brand did not give you satisfaction, maybe the phone was malfunctioning, I am very sure you will not buy the same brand of phone. If you want to buy a phone within that short period of time, you will probably choose a different brand. I'm going somewhere with this line of thinking. I'm trying to tell you that when you buy a product like a phone, you will not need to buy another. And yet a company like Apple Inc. is doing multi-million dollars in revenue when they sell to a customer once in 6 months or once in a year. I want you to think about that. While you are thinking about that, I want you to also think, how often do you buy the service of transportation? Do you buy it once in a year? Please give me answers in the comment section. How often do you buy the service of transportation? Do you buy it once in a year? If you don't buy it once in a year, tell me how many times you buy it in a day. How many times? Every day. Somebody says every day. Daily. Now, do you know that even in a day, you buy it more than once? Because if I go to work tomorrow, for instance, I'm not going to say that because I have gone to work in the morning, I will not pay for transportation to come back in the evening, that I have paid my transport subscription for today. So I will enter into any car I see and they will carry me for free because I have paid. Does it work like that? No, it does not. It's a daily thing we do, and we do it more than once in a day. Think about that. We buy a phone once in a year, but we use transportation several times in 1 day. Even if you say the money you are spending is little, I assure you, when you are paying little by little to one service, I'm sure if you scale it for a year, you would have spent more money than you would have spent buying a phone once and buying a phone as a one-off purchase. I'm sure you will agree with me on this. So I want you to open your mind to the possibilities of the transport market. Keep opening your mind because I'm not done. So ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the transport market, and I need you to appreciate the kind of market that we are talking about and how often we need the service of transportation. Now, I want you to then imagine that transportation is broken into 2 parts, yeah? We have the intercity transport and we have the intra-city transport. That is transportation within the city and transportation outside the city. Are you with me? So if we're talking about transportation within the city, for a place like Nigeria, you live in a city like Benin City in Edo State, you move from your home to your office. Let's say you live in a place like Ugbowo, and then you work in a place like Sapele Road. So you commute to work in the morning and you commute back in the evening. That is transportation for you for that day. You do it 4 times or 5 times a week. And in the weekend, you commute to your church or whatever other social gathering you attend. And this is the constituent of your transportation activity within that city. But then there is a program that involves, maybe you have to travel for your friend's marriage and your friend is in Lagos. You have to travel from Benin City to Lagos. Now you are going outside the city. You will require a different transport service. You're not going to go to the man that's going to take you from from Ugbowo to Sapele Road. You will rather now go to the man that will take you from Benin to Lagos State. Are we together? So we have transportation within the city and transportation outside the city. So if we're together, please, somebody is talking in the chat box. Please, one of the co-hosts should please help me mute. Thank you. Please, if your mic is on, kindly mute it. So keep following me. We have transportation in 2 segments, within and outside the city. If your mic is on, kindly check and mute. Thank you. Okay, sorry, but someone's mic is on. All right, thank you very much for muting your mic. So now, if we look at transportation, we can see that it has two parts, within the city and outside the city. Now, I want you to imagine that a company handles all the transportation within the city. Is that company going to make a lot of money or not? All the transportation within a city like Benin City, for example, or a city like Italy, for example, one transport company is managing all the transportation within the city. Is that company going to make money or is it not going to make money? Tell me what you think. Type very quickly, hell of a lot of money. Favor Honorio Day says a hell lot of money. Somebody else says it will make a lot of money if I own a company and my company handled all the transportation within only Benin City. That would be so much money. I would never need to do anything again about money for the rest of my life. My generation will be well taken care of. I will have a lot of money to do other investments. My goodness, do you know how much we are talking about? We're talking about several billions of naira, several billions in dollars. That is a whole lot of money. That is just one city. Now, I want you to imagine that a country, now we are leaving the city, we are going to the country. A country like Nigeria, we have 36 states in Nigeria. Benin is one city in a state. The state is Edo State. So Edo State has several cities inside and Benin is just one of them. So now statewide, now let us go countrywide. We have 36 states in the country Nigeria. Imagine one company, only one, handles the transportation of every single city, and not just within the city, but even outside the city. So the company handles the transportation within the city and also handles the transportation from city to city, from state to state. Only one company handling all of that. How much more money is that company going to make? Is it going to make more money than the first company we talked about? Talk to me. Billions of money. Somebody's talking to me. So we're talking about company in the transport market and the kind of money that they will make. Because the transport market is a money printing market. Do you know why? It will, because you do not have an alternative. You must move. By nature, man is not static. Man is not a tree. Man must move from one place to another. You are going to move, whether you like it or not. If they increase the price of fuel from what it used to be, they increased it recently to 511 naira here in Nigeria. But people are still transporting. People are still traveling. No matter how much transportation cost goes up to, people will still make use of the service. Because by nature, man is wired to move. You move in search of food. You move in search of better life. You migrate to look for greener pastures. You are wired to travel. You cannot not travel. It is impossible. It is against your nature. So if a company is in the transport sector, that company has no choice but to make money. The company has no choice but to make money. You have no choice in the matter. People will patronize you, especially if you provide a good service. Are you listening to me? I hope you're hearing what I'm saying, because this is very important. It's very important you know the kind of industry that you are entering into. Very good. Now, let us continue with the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, when you want to enter into an industry like the transportation industry, like the transport market, you need to identify the problems and the opportunities. Are you with me? So some of the problems of modern transportation include the problem of global warming and pollution. Now, this might seem like it does not concern you in Nigeria, because why are we talking about global warming? How is it a Nigerian problem? Like, many people in Nigeria don't really care much about global warming because it is not a topic that is so talked about here in Nigeria. But I want to assure you, this thing concerns you a lot more than we would like to admit to ourselves. Global warming is a global problem. It affects every single person. In fact, it affects the possibility of life on Earth. Because the more we pollute the environment, the more we make it unlivable. And if it becomes a situation where the Earth can no longer handle the people who live in it, people start dying en masse, the Earth itself is going to look for a way to reduce the population by occasioning some mechanisms like environmental disaster to reduce population and get back to a state of equilibrium, because the Earth will heal itself. So we don't want it to get to the point where the world will decide that it is time for it to reset and do this kind of thing where if a body has a parasite, the body tries to heal itself by bringing antibodies to fight that parasite. We don't want to be a parasite to the world that we live in. So we want to make sure that our existence on Earth does not harm the Earth to the extent that the Earth will now start readjusting and rebalancing itself, climate changing, in order to solve the problem of pollution. So we want to solve that problem by reducing the activities that we do that pollute the environment. One of the areas we can do that is in the area of transportation. So that is why global warming and pollution is a transportation problem. Be connecting these dots in your mind, because when I get to the part of this presentation that the next speakers will be talking about, you will understand why I'm building this foundation. So if you are following, just type following in the chat box. Another problem of transportation, modern transportation, is the problem of safety, because we have road traffic accidents and it happens to even the best of us. You can be very attentive, you are driving very carefully and someone else will hit you. And you can be trying to cross the road and a very careless driver, and then before you know, somebody lands in the hospital. Some people lose their life due to road traffic accidents. Some people end up with long-term disabilities due to road traffic accidents. So another area of problem in the modern transport market is the cost of construction and operation of the modern transport infrastructure. Things like roads, they are so expensive to construct, because before you construct the flat ground on which you construct the road, you would have spent billions of dollars. And again, we are constructing on land. Land is a limited resources, and the more land we use for construction of roads, the less land we have for things like housing and agriculture. I'm sure you will agree with me on that. Another area of problem in the area of modern transportation is the problem of traffic congestion. So all these problems, many different companies have come and attempt to solve a portion of the problem. I'll try and quickly rush with my presentation because I know we have other speakers lined up. I don't want to take too much time. So all these problems create room for companies that will bring up solutions. And when they bring up solutions, they will make money from the market because they have brought a solution that the market needs. Are you with me? Just like we identified that when technology comes in, the technology brings changes and the changes bring money to those who are smart enough to get on board with that change and position themselves to make the profit. We have this kind of situation as well availing itself to us. So we have this company here coming with the solution to all the identified problems. Many companies have tried in the past, but they have not solved all the problems. They've only solved a part of the problem. I give you an example. The Tesla electric vehicles solves the problem of pollution because the electric vehicle does not produce any kind of pollution. But guess what? The electric vehicle also runs on land. So it doesn't solve the problem of land usage. And it can also cause road traffic accidents. So it does not solve the problem of safety. So the electric vehicle solves a part of the problem, but it does not solve all. If you agree with me, type agree in the comment section. Now, because we are shifting towards sustainable and efficient transportation, we are shifting in technological focus towards things that will be sustainable and efficient, like we mentioned. We're now looking to create cars that are faster and more cost-effective, cars that are safer and more environmental friendly, and cars that consume less energy. And I will show you this with the Dubai Autonomous Transport Strategy. If you can see my slide, currently. I'm on call right now. I'll take it later. So you can see this document. And what does it say here, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to
Jhon, your internet is disturbing his problems. Hello, Jhon? Hello, Jhon.
hello.
Jhon, yeah, Jhon, your internet is, we not understand you because your internet is on the moment not in connection.
Oh, forgive me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now yes, but what you said before we don't hear it. Hello, Mr. Jhon. Yeah, I think from here, if Mr. John is not coming back with this issue.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. John, we hear you now again, but we don't understand you no more. It's gone.
Okay. Sorry, forgive me. A call came in and it disrupted my internet. I could not. Forgive me. So a call came in and that was the reason why you could not hear me. You know, I'm presenting from my phone. So sadly, let me just see what I can do about connecting to a hotspot so that when the call comes in, it will not interrupt the flow of my presentation. So I'm going to connect to a hotspot. I'm sure you can see my screen. I'm currently trying to connect via Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we see you.
All right, great. I've connected to a different device so that when the call comes in, it will not disrupt this presentation. All right, so as I was saying, we have the Dubai Autonomous Transport Strategy, which is a policy in the Dubai government. What is this policy about? It's a policy that
We see
aims
now a
to...
black screen. We see a black screen now.
Oh, you see a blank screen. Okay,
Black,
let me
black.
rename my screen. Do you maybe let me stop sharing and then let me start sharing again? Let me start sharing again so that perhaps you would see. Yes. How about now?
Yes,
You see my screen.
now we see.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Now I'm going to go back to the slide, and from this slide here we have the Dubai Autonomous Transport Strategy. I want you to pay attention to this document because it is a policy of the United Arab Emirates. The Dubai government has a policy they call the Dubai Autonomous Transport Strategy under the sector of transport and infrastructure. The Dubai Autonomous Strategy, if you read this document, says it wants to transform 25% of the total transportation in Dubai to autonomous mode by what year? If you see the year, type it in the chat box. Sorry, if you can see the year, somebody unmute your mic and tell me what year is that on display? By what year?
By
Give me a feedback.
2030.
Awesome. So by 2030, we are currently in 2023. So we are looking at 7 years from now. 25% of the total transportation in Dubai will be autonomous. Please, someone's mic is on.
Yeah, but
And it's very noisy.
if you ask to unmute, then people start to do it. And
Okay, please, please, after you unmute your mic and you talk, please just kindly mute it back so that we can have a smooth flow of conversation. Right, let me rush through this. Now, it also aims to reduce traffic accidents by 12%, increase productivity by 13%. If you come on here, it says it aims to transform 25% of total transportation to autonomous mode by 2030. Let me stop there. If you go and read that document further, you see that all the things we mentioned, them trying to have faster and more cost-effective transportation, safer and more environmental friendly transportation. These are the things that the Dubai government is looking to achieve by year 2030 by leveraging safe and sustainable transport technology. And with that said, let me show you an amazing technology here, ladies and gentlemen, that is safe, sustainable, and environmental friendly. Strap your seatbelt because you're about to see the smartest transportation of the future.
On the world's roads, every year 1.5 million people die. More than 10 million become disabled. Roads impact 20% of the Earth's surface, which is taken away from nature and excluded from agricultural turnover. The existing transport causes environmental damage of 2.5 trillion euros per year. If we do not look for new solutions, the situation in the world will only get worse. Transport must change, become more efficient, safer, and friendlier to the environment. The Skyway Transport is a sturdy and lightweight pre-stressed overpass along which special electric vehicles of various configurations and capacities run at high speeds. The traffic is carried out on rails raising the road above the ground that are the central element of the overpass. The string track structure is integral. Even if several supports are damaged, it will not paralyze the traffic, as pre-stressed string rails will only bend without breaking. In combination with multi-element rail design, it provides multiple safety reserve. The small cross-sectional area of the main elements greatly diminishes the danger posed by hurricanes and tsunamis, floods, snow and sand drifts, which remain below the traffic level, thus rendering the track resistant to natural disasters. The Skyway track structure complies with international safety standards. The rolling stock is equipped with anti-derailment and backup brake systems. The modules are driven by 4 or more motor wheels, each of which can operate independently so that even if most of the drives fail, the traffic will continue. Duplication of critically important functions and systems is one of the basic principles of Skyway safety concept. Fully automated intelligent control system excludes human factor, which is the cause of the majority of traffic incidents. The intelligent system features real-time information analysis. It is capable of adjusting the movement if an obstacle is detected, controlling the passenger's behavior in the cabin. No matter what is the weather or the time of the day, the system allows driving safely in poor visibility. With the possibility of operating around the clock, the system collects the data on the state of the model and the environment, controlling the process of pickup, drop-off, and traffic intervals.
All right, I'm going to pause the video here because that is just how amazing this technology is. But for the sake of time, we're not going to see the entire video. So I'm going to show you now the advantages of this technology, right? The advantages are that, number one, we have created a technology that is innovative. It goes above ground on the second level and it does not require so much land acquisition. Unlike roads, we have a technology above the ground and we do not need so much land in order to construct. And we have created environmental friendly engines that produce zero carbon emission. Our systems of transportation are safe. In fact, they are the safest because they save life on Earth. There is nothing like accidents because, number one, our transportation is unmanned. Number two, it is above ground, so it cannot even hit the human beings on the ground. And number three, our transportation system has artificial intelligence that detects an obstacle and can also regulate the speed of the vehicle to avoid hitting that obstacle. So we've created a system of transportation that has an amazing safety feature. Again, our transportation systems are energy efficient and they are very fast. Our intra-city vehicles, that's the one that go from city to city, they go at speeds of up to 600 kilometers per hour. That is 2 times faster than the world's fastest train. That is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And also the ones that go within the city, the intercity models, they go at speeds of 150 kilometers per hour. That is twice as fast as your regular bus. Matter of fact, I drive my vehicle at maximum 80 kilometers per hour. So that is 2 times faster than my private vehicle's average speed on a normal day. So these are the advantages. Also, we have low cost of construction in comparison with other transport systems. And it can be constructed on any terrain. I'm talking about mountain chains, jungles, places where we could not construct previous transport models and previous transport solutions. A country like Alaska that is mountainous, they cannot enjoy transportation. So they use things like they change dogs to dogs-drawn sledges, and they use that for transportation over snow. But for the first time, there is transport system that can access those regions, and we have created it. And we have created a transport you can construct without destroying the natural environment. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you this, and I want to tell you for free. Independent experts have said that this transport solution, Uniski string technology, has the potential to dominate over 50% of the global transport market. You remember when we were talking about the transport market and we were talking about the Nigerian transport market alone. We did not talk about the African transport market or the global transport market. But if a company can dominate 50%, has the potential to dominate 50% of the global transport market, which we just saw has a lot of revenue coming into that market, do you want to be a co-owner of that company or not? Do you want to support in the development of that company or not? If I were you, my answer will be hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes, I want to support in the development of that company. Hell yes, I want to be a co-owner in that company. Hell yes. I don't know what your answer will be, but type your answer in the comment section. My answer is hell yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I will end by telling you this. We talked about future of technology, yeah? We looked at how technology evolves, what drives technology and what technology drives. But I'd like you to know the way to make money is to find out where the world is going and go there first. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jhon Bossy. I'll be closing out to let the floor to the next speaker who will be talking to us about how we can position ourselves to take massive advantage of the technology of the future and the future of technology. It's been a pleasure having this session with you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Well done, well done, well done. Awesome.
Well done, Jhon Bossy.
Awesome.
Well done.
Awesome.
Well done, Mr. Jhon Bossy.
Well done.
Well done.
Awesome. Awesome.
I think, my dear friends,
Thank
that-
you. Thank
Our
you. Thank you very
latest
much. Thank you
ambassador
very
in the
much.
building,
This
Jhon
is
Bossy.
mind-blowing.
Thanks very much.
This is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jhon Bossy. My dear friends, if you hear Jhon Bossy talking about this, then you know that it is a real project, that it is excited, that it is a project for everyone in the world. Jhon Bossy, I'm surprised on your meeting now. It is amazing. I tell you, it's amazing. So I'm now going to Dr. Sammy Argodande. Mr. Sammy, please, if you'll be here, say something to the people before we go to investment, because I have something to share. As Dr. Sammy is here, then that he can talk, I don't know, because I know he's very busy, but I see he's here. Dr. Sammy, if you're here, please open your, and all the other people, please close your speakers, because Dr. Sammy is
Yeah, Ambassador, can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we hear you clear.
Okay, good evening. I will just be doing a brief 15 minutes presentation about the investment part, the opportunity of unique stream transport technology. Share my screen. So let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we see, we see.
Okay,
Yes, we
so
can see your screen.
the opportunity unique transport technology is what my colleague just mentioned the other time, Jhon Bossy, and we know very well that if you are talking about investment opportunity in two different markets, public market and private market, the market we are investing into right now is actually the private market, which is actually the unique stream transport technology. As we are introducing you guys to this opportunity at the late stage. We are on the tail end of unique stream transport technology 15.1, I believe right now. That's the stage we are into right now. And I happen to be a financial person with a lot of tools that we use in identifying opportunities in these two major markets, the private market and the public market. And we're talking about the private market because still unique stream transport technology is not publicly listed yet. I would have been able to go deeper, but I'm a little bit down. But I will still give my best to let you guys know, understand that the opportunity we have here is love at first sight. You know, when I joined unique stream transport technology in 2014, I did my own homework. Coming from the financial market for 7 years, then I have to dig my homework to know very well if this opportunity, what we survive or what will not survive, because we can speak parables here today. Our tongue can have we can have a flabbergasted mouth talking, and, you know, just to invite people to come to this system. But we have to be very careful if it is not going to be among the 90 that will fail, because multinational companies that are in their startup, only 10% will survive. I'm a very realistic person. I don't hide my feelings. I don't invite people to investment opportunity for maybe I'm just doing it because of pity. No, I tell you the truth. I tell you the facts. So it's either you take it or you leave it. So multinational companies, if you calculate them in all, I'm talking about the 100% multinational company, 90% of them in their startup will fail. Only 10% will survive. So if somebody is inviting you to a business opportunity like ours, you need to check very well. There are parameters you use in checking if this opportunity is not among the 90 that will fail. Whether we like it or not, before we were born, the financial market has been there. I'm talking about the stock market has been there before I was born. Even it's not before I was born, before my grandpa, not my papa, my grandpa was born, the financial market has been there. So I'm talking about the financial market, we're talking about the private market and the public market. These two markets has been there before our generation come to existence, and it will still be there when we are no more. But the most brilliant human in those generations, they are few. The generation by generation, the human that will make the best choice of investing wisely, into that 10% of company that will not collapse. I mean, company that will survive in their pre-development stage. Those are exceptional humans. And I believe if you are here in this meeting this evening, tonight, you are one of the exceptional humans in this generation, because you are just doing the right, making the right decision, not only for yourself, for your family and generation to come. I was saying something the other time. I said the financial market has been there before my grandpa was born, and it will still be there when we are no more. So few humans in generation to generation will make the right decision. A lot of people want to make the right decision, but they find or they fall in making the wrong decision. Why I say they make the wrong decision is that everybody wants to make money. Everybody don't want to invest in the risky venture. Everybody don't want to burn their finger. This is normal human attitude that every human, we have this selfish interest in ourselves that we don't want to lose at all. But let's be frank with ourselves. If you are investing in a financial market, you have to be ready for the two. Either you win or you lose. And this is the reality of the financial market. You have to be ready that you are going to either make money or you lose money. Majority of our people don't even want to listen to that. They don't want to give time to that they're going to lose their money. All they want is just to invest and they make profit. But what we are going to do with you tonight is to guide you, to tailor you. I see my colleague has talked about the technology. Ambassador Kristiaan is also going to talk about the investment part of this technology. But in general, I am talking about the financial markets. And I want to take the scope from that of the financial market to know if you're going to invest in unique skills in transport technology before now, if this is for you, or if you have invested, if you need to up your stake in the company. Now, multinational company, if you can see my screen very well, these are one of the tools I use. We use financial experts. These are one of the tools we use. There are some tools there that will pay $5,000 per annum for subscriptions. There are some you pay $2,000 per annum for subscriptions, just for you to get the best information, so, to guide you, So this information we are getting, you are getting a privilege, like you are more or less not paying for our own subscriptions, because you can hire us like a financial expert, but you are not doing that. We are just giving you this at a platter of gold. So you are not just coming to this Zoom meeting tonight to listen to Jhon Bossy talking about unique skills in transport technology, talking about degradation of the ozone layer. You are not listening to Ambassador Kristiaan van der Vava talking about the investment part of unique skills in transport technology, but you are coming here to have the concepts. You are coming here to actually have a concept, a tradition of, a brotherhood, giving you, like, guiding you to the right path, not to make the wrong decision. Remember, I was telling you guys that 90% of the companies and the startup will fail. Only 10% will survive. And that's been the standard before now. Whether we like it or not, that's been the standard before now. There's a bound for people to lose money if you're investing in startup, because Unique Kristiaan Transport Technology is also a startup company, whether we like it or not. In fact, that's the fact. It's not yet listed. The product is not yet fully utilized globally. So it's still a startup company, but it is very risky investing in a startup company. And it can also be very blessing to you as a human if you invest in a startup company that will survive. Few of the multi-billionaires we have in the world, they are making their money from the startup company. They don't invest in public firm. I'm talking about the public firm. We talk about these companies already listed on NASDAQ, New York, and the London stock market. Majority of them do a lot of opportunities that already been opened. It's not opportunity that is already is closed. So what we are having to let everyone know this evening here is that, look, this opportunity is bound to stay. It's not just opportunity that you will just look at twice. It's an opportunity that you have to hold very well. And the public market is saturated already. I mean, it's congested already. We're talking about Apple, Microsoft, Google, and the rest of them. These are saturated companies that the sweet onions has already been trapped, from few people, and they have become billionaires, millionaires with with all these functions. So the only few ones that is available that is not publicly known to people is what we are telling you tonight, which is Unique Kristiaan Transport Technology. Now, if we're talking about Unique Kristiaan Transport Technology, I still need to take you back to Crunchbase. And taking you back to Crunchbase, we are going to look at how we can truly see if this opportunity is for we, or this opportunity is not for us. Taking you to Crunchbase. Okay, so this is Crunchbase, and you can see my screen very well. Talking about pre-seed, I want you to look at this side. We're talking about pre-seed. You can see pre-seed, seed round, Series A, Series B, Series C, Series D, E to J. Majority of these companies will stop at this J, and that's where Unique Kristiaan Transport Technology is as I speak with you at the moment. We are at the Series J. We are at the last stage of this multinational company, already valued about $400 billion by external independent experts, mid-20 2013. Now, there are some companies that will start from this pre-seed and they will collapse, they will die, they will not survive. Because how they will not survive? The brain behind that technology might not really be, full standard. I'm talking about if a genius has to create a company, it has to be a real genius. Engineer Anatoly Uniski is a real genius, in the engineering section or sector, of his own professionalism. And he's also doing something out of that to show that he's just one of the very few of engineers that can truly change this world. So if you are not seeing a company that having that attribute, that having that qualities, they might die before they go to seed round. I'm talking about the pre-seed. Pre-seed is a company that is like a baby. You're having an idea at the stage of a baby. It has not grown yet. You are still trying to pamper it, But by the time you get to 1 year, that's what you call about seed round. By the time you get to 3 years, that is Series A, 4 years, 5 years, like that. So from the pre-seed to the seed round to the Series J, it can take about 20 years at times for some companies. It can take about 15 years for some companies. People are clamoring. People are, actually requesting that we should have been paying dividends at this particular time. But there are companies that have even stayed more than 20 years, but they are not yet listed as well. Because, look, guys, it is not that easy the way we are looking at it. These companies that crowdfunding their project or their product from this pre-seed to the seed round, they need a lot of money to ensure that the ideology becomes to reality. So Uniski String Transport Technology has gone to this one, they have survived it. They have gone to seed round, they have survived it. They have gone to Series A, they have survived. Series B, they have survived. Series C, Uniski String Transport Technology has survived it. Series D, Uniski String Transport Technology has survived it. Series E, Uniski String Transport Technology has survived it. Series F, that survived it. Series G, that survived it. Series H, that survived it. Series I, it has survived it. We are now at Series J, which is 15.1 at this moment. So what I'm going to do to you guys, I'm going to do one thing. I'll remove this sticker. I'll remove this. I'll remove this. I'll remove this. I want to see a company that is actually on that threshold. I want to compare that such company to Uniski String Transport Technology. I'll remove this as well. I'll remove this as well. I'll remove this. I'll leave this alone. So I'll go and I want to check funding rounds. Let me see. Money raised, descending. Okay, so this is Series J companies. These are companies that are similar to Uniski String Transport Technology. This is the stage they are. They are on the last stage, just like Uniski String Transport Technology. So you're seeing the similar companies like Uniski String Transport Technology that is rounding up their pre-development stage and about to be listed on NASDAQ, on New York, on the London stock market. And that's what you see on my screen. So the first company you see here is Flipkart. And you can see they're on Series J, and you see the money they have raised, $1.4 billion. That's the money they have raised from their pre-seed to the seed round to their last stage, $1.4 billion. Let's look about their pre-money valuation. Pre-money valuation is $10.2 billion. You can see the pre-money valuation. The next company we can see is Vast Innovation. And Vast Innovation, they've also raised $805 million. And you can see them like that. You know, these are the companies that have actually raised a lot of money. So this company you are seeing, they have survived. These companies have survived. They are past the stage whereby somebody will be saying that, will I get my finger burnt? Because the company that will not survive will collapse before they get to J. Maybe they'll collapse as Series G because the funding was not forthcoming, and maybe the intellectual property ideology is not well supported. So they might end up here, they might end up here, or they might end up here. So when you see a company that survived all these thresholds from this beginning, from the pre-seed down to the J we have here, when you are investing in a company and they are on this stage, please invest as much as you can because they have survived the risk threshold. They have survived the risk threshold, and it means there's a possibility that we can see acquisition or merger in this kind of company. Companies are on Series J. Majority of them receive acquisition application or they receive merger applications. So the investment you're doing right now, if you have not done that before, I am just giving you my own professional expertise to let you know that the risk barometer is a little bit less. I'm talking about the 10 company or 10% of the company that will survive in the pre-development stage. These companies at Series J are among them. You know, they are bound to survive because they have gone through all those test period. And now, you know, this is the period that they are about to be listed on the public market. All this market I'm still showing you, these are private markets. They are not yet public markets. And the company I showed you the other time are the companies I see on the public market. And this company like Apple, like Amazon, like Google, like Tesla, all of them have gone through this stage I was telling you. It's, sorry, trading view. Stock. Yeah, so all these companies you see on my screen, they are not on any Series A, Series B, Series I, or J anymore. They have surpassed that series, and they are among the 10% that survive, because we give them 100% from the day they will start their ideology. I'll be checking them to the last stage. Those that it's just like you are doing a race, you will see first, second, and third, and some will not even make it to the end point, to the last lane. So these are companies that have been able to survive all the pre-development stage, and they have been listed on NASDAQ, New York, and the London stock market. But before they are listed here, they also have to be at Series J. Series J give them a long ideology, proximity to be listed on the NASDAQ, New York, and the London stock market. Some of them will pay dividends, some will not pay dividend. But it's not a matter of paying dividend or not, it's a matter of survival. So will they survive? Will they be among the 10%? Will your money not get burnt? Will your finger not get burnt? Will you be able to actually sustain your investment, and your generation yet to come will inherit your investment? I think Uniski Stream Transport Technology is at that stage right now, Series J. And as I speak with you right now, there's an opportunity for you to actually transfer your wealth to generation yet unborn, because they are on the last stage, which is the survivor stage. And this is what I just explained to you right now. So I'll stop my screen. And Ambassador Kristiaan, that's just a little tip I want to give to the investors here. If you have not invested at all, forget about the risks. This is a survivor, or it has survived already. But if you have invested before, you can up your investment if you want to do that, because we have seen it. They are among the 10, and they will deliver all cause of dividends. Thank you, Ambassador Kristiaan. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sammy, that you was here, that you take the time to communicate, because I know you was busy and you take it. My dear friends, I think what Dr. Sammy shared with us today, and Mr. Bisson, you understand it very clear. Mr. Sunday, Bisson understand it. Mr. Bossy, he understand it, because everybody who is a little bit busy with this technology, they understand what now on the moment, today, Dr. Sammy shared with you, this is very private, secret information. The way how he shared it, this is amazing. The way how today, when we start up, Pastor Ene Udoh, how he said to us, what is this technology, how it is started? My dear friends, I think that you must understand now that you must be a co-owner, not only to stop to be a co-owner, but to be produce more, because we stay in this last stage, what Dr. Sammy shared with us today. And I want that you come into the investment parts, because this is a very important point what I go share with you here today. My dear friends, look very, very, very well what I want to share with you today here. If you see here our opportunity to be a co-owner, I want to these packages, let's see it with you. I want that you understand what we have now on the moment. And I want to do something for a few people today. For a few people, I want to do something. You see, for the people who invest a package for only simple $1,000, $200, 5 months, they have now 23,000 portions. 23,000 portions. This means you have a guarantee for minimum $23,000 back. When you do your first installment and you pay double, you have 1,000 portions extra. This is mean you have 24,000 portions. Now, you go to a package for business. Because lower than this, please don't do it. Go to minimum to this one. And another package here, what we can do, 48,000 portions for $2,000, $400 monthly. My dear friends, this changes the business for you. This changes everything for you in the world. When you have a man who wants to invest $1,000 monthly, 5 months, he receives $5,000 package, 145,000 portions. Somebody who invests $10,000, $2,000 monthly, he have normally $350,000. Look very good what I want to do today, because I want to do something very special. My dear friends, I'm not joke now. I'm not gonna joke here in this. I hope that you understand what I share with you today. Let's see you something very, very special. First, I make my presentation on investment very short, because I want to give everybody a chance, but it is only for the first 6 people who really start with a new investment package, with a new package of portions from minimum $1,000 investment, with a package for $200 monthly. You see how much you have. You have 23,000 allotment of units. 23,000 allotment of units. I go do something today for the first 6 people who invest with a new package. I give them a coupon in the last 4 days for 100% double your shares. This is mean you go have, when you start in the next 4 days to do your investment, I give you double. The people who say, I won't do it, I start with an investment for $200 monthly, here, this one, I give you not 23,000, but I give you 48,000 for 1,000 portions. For $1,000, 23,000, I give you 48,000. This is only who the people who want to do this investment. Yeah, only for the people who want to do a new investment. My dear friends, I'll double it for you. The people who want a voucher like this, they say, I'm going to start with a new investment in the next 4 days for $200. I give you right in this. My dear friends, please stop these people talking here, please. Mr. Abakar, please, come on, I must stop you. Now, when you want to do it, then you write in the chat, yes, I want the voucher, and I go do my investment in the first 4 days for $200 minimum. If you do the package for $400, then you receive not 48,000, but you receive 92,000. You receive double on everything what you see. I have only a few of the coupons. Only these people I can give. Now, what I want to do for somebody who say, oh, I know a very big man who can invest minimum $2,000 monthly, not for 5 months, but for 10 months. It is an investment from 20,000 units, from 20,000 units. Normally you pay $2,000 monthly. Now, what I want to do, look very good, I make this person premium club member. And this person who invests a packet for 20,000 in an installments from $2,000 monthly, I give him 2 million portions. I can only give to one person this who won't do it, and he paid $2,000 monthly, and I give him 2 million. When you have, normally you have for 2 million, you pay $50,000. You pay $50,000. I give this now to you today for $20,000 with $2,000 monthly. This is only for a few people. Only one person I give this to, this person who wanted. Okay, Mr. David. Mr. David is the first man who write this to me. He have the voucher. He do the David Ofuma. You are the first one who have this voucher for the $200 package. Yes. This is what I give to Mr. David already. When somebody wanted more, write it in the chat box, and I write it to you. The letter I need from you, your email address, and I send it to you. Only the thing what you must do, your first investment on the first 4 days from now. 4 days from now, your investment must be done. Just the people, you see, normally you have 23,000 for 1,000 units, I give you 48,000. When you take the 48,000, I give you 96,000, I double it. I double everything that stay here, but somebody who wants the investment, I make a premium club, who won't go to $2,000 package or 5,000 or 10,000. Well, you see, for $2,000, I make a premium club member and he paid 20,000 totally of $2,000 monthly. And he have not to invest $50,000, but only $20,000. And you see, normally for $50,000, just he saved $30,000 on investment. $30,000 on investment he saved. Now, dear friends, what I give today is very, very, very special. Very special. And this is why I said, okay, then Mr. Steve, also, I give him the Mr. Steve, and Messi. He is also one who received this voucher. And then, okay, Mr. Jude, I can only say when your registration is done. And Mr. Bisson, he have it also one. And then also, let me know this also. So, my dear friends, this is what is important. Important is that you can be a co-owner in a technology what is unique. You are the people who can be co-owner now in a special business, in a special technology, in a technology that share a lot of people that have the opportunities to be a co-owner in something that nobody have done before. And we do it here. This I say it again, please, let me bring Africa to a next level together with all our people, together with Dr. Sammy, together with Ene Udoh, together with Mr. Bossy, together with Mr. Bisson, together with all the leaders, Mr. Faladay, Mr. Ferdinand, because these guys have worked very hard. We cannot forget them because these guys have worked very hard for this company. And also now also, they do it also, they never stopped. This is why I said to you, my dear friends, follow your leaders who have been the opportunity to give this to you in this company to be a co-owner. Only you are together, we can change it. Let me do it now. When you have an opportunity to do it, let me bring Nigeria to a higher level. I can only share my vouchers to when it is finished. When it is finished, it is over. Yeah. When it is finished, it's done. I cannot give more than what I have. There's the first people who have it, they have it. Yes. And this is why when you want a voucher, let me know. And I'm coming back to this later to this presentation and where I can find your name. You can chat me personal. You can WhatsApp me to the ambassador. I write my number in the phone. This is my Nigeria number.
Hello, Ambassador.
Yes.
Okay, because I'll be running away. There's some information I'd like to give to our colleagues before we leave. There is a particular document. There is a particular document that over 90% of persons that have invested or contributed to the UNESCO string transport have never read. I want to read that document right away before I step out. This document is a document that some people, folks, never pay attention to. But listen to this. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to skip out the name. Every person that have make an investment and have also completed the investment have signed this document, but sometimes they are not able to read the contents of the document. It reads thus: at the close of the agreement before your certificate is being accepted in. This is what you have signed. It reads thus. Let's take for this person. It said, I, Mr. Chineme, of so address, Nigeria, in accordance with paragraph 3.5 of the investment contracts made on 24 February 2022, an agreement on granting the rights to claim share options dated, concluded between me, the investor, the Global Transport Investment, represented by its agent Skyway International, and the guarantor, that by this requirement, exercise my rights to receive share class A. I want you to find, after this time, Google and find out what is the value of or the meaning of class A shares. Class A of Erosion Rail Skyway System Holding 3 secure shares to ownership, which means complete legal and beneficial rights for secure shares, free from all encumbrances, together with all rights connected with secure shares, including the right to receive all declared dividend, payment, distribution of capital. That means at the point of even liquidating the company, you will still receive the fraction of that payment payable to me from the dates of transfer of ownership rights of the secure share to me. This is the document that many folks just tick and close the transaction without reading the contents of this, that you are receiving a class A shares free from all encumbrances. Encumbrances means whatever by territory, by any disguise. And also, it tells you that you are receiving, including the right to receive all declared dividend and payable to investors. So the next time you want to close your installment, you need to read this contents and print it out and keep it so that you can understand the value of what is before you. I want to submit before I leave that many folks who are taking this for a ride, they will soon understand. Immediately, UNESCO completes the testing of the container line. Immediately, UNESCO complete the certification of the last line of the container line built in Sharjah. It will be done on you that UNESCO is a businessman. Once UNESCO is able to certify that single project, that UNESCO has a lot of contracts on its table, it will be done on Africans. It will be done on anyone who joke with this technology, that UNESCO is a businessman. No company wastes their own shares. But today, UNESCO is mobbing up funds, and we are still selling these allotment shares to make sure that the completion of that project is done with time, because there are contracts already on its table. So once again, it has been a nice time being on the call tonight. All this thing before you, we started this thing when there was nothing. Sammy started when there was no English version. I started when there was nothing to hold, nothing to show, and all of us are put together. But let me not forget to congratulate all of you who believe us. You count your trust on us. You didn't see anything, but we made it all happen together. I congratulate you. But let me say, if Uniski would be paying 1 cent by the first dividend, with the number of allotment shares you have, how much will be your take home? With the number of allotment shares you have now, is capable of making your family a financial freedom? If the first payment will be 1 cent, how many units of allotment do you have? Multiply that by 1 cent. Can that give you a brand new car? Can that make you to live in a house of your choice? Can that make you to change a lifestyle that people will know that you have been waiting for this project? I want you to double your game, because this house, the door will soon be shut up, and it's going to be a story. Thank you very much, Jhon Bossy. You are becoming so useful to us. Thank you, Dr. Sammy. It's now Professor Sammy. Thank you, Ambassador Kristiaan. Thank you, all of you together. Those who could not speak today, you have been so important to us, all the creators. We are so pleased that we have come to this end. From this end, I sign out. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Pastor Ene Udoh. It's a very wonderful privilege to have heard you read that document, because many of us sign these things without really knowing what we're signing. Thank you for drawing our attention to it, sir.
Wow, thank you so much, Pastor Ene Udoh. Thank you so much, everyone. So, I come back very short to the investment, what I say to everyone before I go close this meeting. Jhon Bossy, you was great, man. Keep it on this touch, because you was very, very, very great with your presentation. It was very clear, and it was something different. This was make it fun. This was make it happy. This make it funny. This good. Thank you. Now, my dear friends, what I want to say to everyone here today, I share my screen again. Let's see it for the last time. Please, this is your packages, what you have on this moment. This is your packages, what you have on this moment here. Normally, you have 23,000 units for new investments. I give you double for the people who start in the next 4 days, next 4 days, when the coupon, this is delayed in 4 days. When you do your first investment from $200, you receive, when you do it for 5 months, you receive on that moment 48,000 units, not 23,000, but 48,000. Only for the people who have done it here. This is why, my dear friends, I give you 1,000 portions extra on your investment. And here, this is also 2,000 portions extra. Normally, when you do only your investment, you have this, but I pay you double. I pay you a double. So again, when somebody have a big man who say, I want to invest $2,000 monthly, 10 months, you have 2 million portions. Normally for 2 million portions, you pay $50,000. I share with this person today the premium club, and I give him for 2 million portions for $20,000 and not for 50,000. Normally, for $50,000, he must pay $5,000 monthly. I give it here for $2,000. But when he wants higher, I give him higher, I give him more. I can give somebody who wants to invest $50,000. I give him now 5.5 million and not 2 million, but I give him 3.5 million shares extra, portions extra. This is why, my dear friends, come now, and that's the last time I share it with you. This is the coupons what I can share, because I've shared already. You see, I share already my coupons. People that ask me this and that also use it. You see, used. This is why, if you want it, I give it to you as ambassador. I have 6 people I can help. This is the point. The names what I have here, these are the people who can come to this investment. And this is why I need the tickets for the premium club next week. This is possible, Mr. Here, Holland Rewaju, okay. Give you my phone number, private at 1 72707472. To place it in your WhatsApp, contact me and okay, Mr. Kilic for the ticket for $1,000 investment. Okay, contact me please when you want it. Write it to me in my personal WhatsApp or in the group to me, and I'll contact you then later, no problem. So, my dear friends, I was so happy to share with you here today. Today was 9th of July, 9 July that we did this presentation with great people us talking. Now, next week, we do Sunday something special, but because I come next week Sunday, not more on Saturday, but next week Sunday, I'm coming with a special meeting. I come with something special also to share with you. This is why, please, my friends, invite next week everyone again. I hope that Mr. Bossy have again time on next Sunday because I take a little time from him away. Mr. Bossy, if you can be there, be there. Mr. Ene Udoh, if you can next Sunday, let us know. Mr. Sammy, when you come on next Sunday, because next week we won't blow it away in Nigeria. Mr. Bisson, Sunday, he got talk also when he can next week. He says something that he wants share together with us. So, my dear friends, I'm so happy that everybody was here. My name is Ambassador Kristiaan for Sky World Community in Africa. I'm very happy that we have here so great people in this meeting, and together we can make the world better. So, my dear friends, let me say, everybody, hello to each other. Let me say hello to everyone. Open your speakers, and then we can close this meeting for today. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you, Ambassador. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Ambassador
Christiaan.
Thank
Thank you.
Ambassador, it's been a while.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
See you next week. Thank you. Bye.
We are being the conference here in Abuja. See you next week. Ambassador, I'm meaning to meet you once again.
I'm coming. Believe me, I'm coming.
Ambassador, when are you coming to Nigeria? Nigeria, I'm missing you.
Nigeria is missing you, boss.
Oh, but I'm coming. Bye-bye, and I hear you soon. Have a very nice evening.
Thank you, Ambassador.
A very good week next week.
Thank you for the
Bye to
presentation.
everyone. And if you want, share me, contact me for the. Bye-bye.